Let us see together what the Bible is saying, and we will see that Jesus is telling us exactly when the judgment day is going to happen, or what he is saying, that the judgment day hour is not made, decision is not made yet, and that is going to be in the hand of the Father, which means I am in earth now, that decision will happen when I am on heaven. But do Jesus knew the judgment of day? Let us listen together and you will see absolutely he knew. But there's no preset time to tell us, oh, in the day of etc. And actually that is this is a wisdom of God, because imagine if God told us, oh, the judgment day is going to be in the year 2015 or the year 10,010. That will be a disaster, because people, they will know judgment day is not coming, don't worry about it. So people get lazy, and people, they don't worry. Before they die, a few days before they die, they repent to God, forgive me God, here we go, they are good. The idea of not telling when judgment day is going to be, and not only not telling, not to make a preset time for judgment day, is to let the people not to know, so they can be always alert and ready for the coming of God. So the hypocrisy of Muslims, they say to you that Jesus is not God. Look, how you say that Jesus is not God and he is sane? Just to show you the hypocrisy. When he was sitting in the mountain, one of the apostle of Jesus, he said to him, tell us, when shall these things be? He's talking about what? Jesus, he was telling them about what will happen to Jerusalem. He told them, you see, look at those buildings, look at this city. Not even a city, a stone will be over a stone. And actually 70 years after, Jerusalem destroyed, totally destroyed. And you can go and read history, not written by Christians, written by the Roman. So he was absolutely telling the truth, and he knew the future day by day. So the Muslim, they take only what they want. Then they said to him, okay, when those things will happen, and when the end of the world is coming. Did Jesus say, I do not know? Look in here. They said to him, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of the coming and the end of the world? And focus with me in here in the question of the end of the world. So they are asking him about what? About a specific thing, the end of the world. Did Jesus say, I do not know? Absolutely not. Look what he said. Read with me. Don't make no man deceive you. Many they will come in my name, says, I am the Christ. You see, it is only one Christ. He is Lord. Many they will call himself Christ, but they are false. Then he continue. Then wars will happen. Don't worry about the wars. This is not the judgment day yet. See, he knew the judgment day was going to be. This is not judgment day. Just don't worry. He continued then a nation will go against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and hunger, and earthquake, etc. But this is not yet the judgment day. All these are the beginning of the sorrows. This is not judgment day yet. Then you will see they will persecute you, and they will kill you, and they will torture you because of my name, and they will hate you. All nations, they will hate you because of my name. And actually this is happening. More and more people, they are persecuting the Christians. Then he says, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one to another, and shall hate one to another. And this is what the Quran came for. Muhammad in chapter 5 verse 14 in the Quran, he said, let me show you. This is the Quran, chapter 5 verse 14. Allah saying, I want to spread the hate between the Christians one to each other until the judgment day. This is the plan of Satan. And Jesus is telling us about the plan of Allah, the Satan. Look, it's in front of you. Allah, how God can be God and he is spreading hate between the Christians. How he can be good? Shouldn't he try to guide us? Shouldn't he try to make us Muslims, to show us the truth? No, instead of that, Allah is going to spread hate between us to misguide us more, supposedly, for he is satanic God. Now we go back. So he continue, and many false prophets they will come, and they will deceive many. And we saw many false prophets, including Muhammad. Uh, and love, between nations will go cold, will disappear. But the one who is going to be patient is the one going to be saved. And then he's saying, and is going to be the gospel will going to be preached in all the world. So there is something have to happen before the judgment day, that the gospel of Jesus Christ, the teaching of Jesus Christ, the word of God, have to be published and taught all around the earth. Until now, this did not happen yet. Imagine the Bible is the most published book in the world. Still, the book is not published all over. As an example, in Saudi Arabia, you cannot have the book there, and you cannot preach there. You cannot. You cannot have the book there, you cannot preach there, you cannot have one page of the Bible. If you have it, they will kill you. Same in Afghanistan, same in many places. So, still, there is a long way to go. For that to happen, when that happened, let's continue. And then he continue more. Even those who they are in the Judas, they will run to the mountains, and then they will see when the coming of the Messiah is going to happen. You will see in here Jesus that when he comes, things will happen fast. Even the one who is in the field, he cannot come back home, and the one he is in the roof of his house, he will not be able to get his clothes. Which means in a second things will happen when the Messiah comes. You are in the roof of your house, but still you can't get your clothes. You're in the field, but you can't get home. That's it. Then he's saying that a lot of pain, a lot of a miserable time will be for those who they are suckling, which means that it's a very bad days. And he continued about how harsh, how bad the tribulation is going to be in the world. Then he give you more and more and more and more. Even he says to you, I'm just trying to make it shorter. In that time, after all those things happened, the sun and the moon will be darkened. The sun will be darkened, and that is normal to cause the moon to be darkened too, because the light of the moon is coming from the sun. So the sun will be darkened and the moon will be darkened, and the stars will be fading, and the power of heavens shall be shaken. So the whole galaxy is collapsing. Not only the earth, the whole not only galaxy, the whole world is collapsing. And then he says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. This is supposedly him. And then shall all the tribes of the earth gather together, and they will see the Son of Man, which is Jesus Christ, coming in the glory, in the top of the cloud, by his glory. And then he shall send who? The Son of Man. Who? Jesus. His angels. Those are the angels of who? He, Jesus. His angels. With a great sound of a trumpet, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds. All of this Jesus is telling us about the future, and he do not know. All of this is not enough, but all what they care for is just one sentence in here. He is saying that nobody knows when the judgment day, the hour will be, except the Father. Well, he told us everything about, he told us about what will happen maybe in 10 million years. It's not enough that Jesus tell you what is going to happen in 10 million years. No, they wanted to tell you when is the judgment day. Well, he don't have a judgment day for a reason. First, he did leave the judgment day for the decision to be made when it is time. When those things happened, that will happen. For our God is not like the God of Islam playing a chess. The much we build in our sin, the faster the judgment day will come. The much we are going wrong, the much the judgment day will go faster, or will come faster. So why the hypocrite, they say things is not true? Jesus is telling you about all the future days. If Jesus is not God, how he knew all those things will happen? Actually, there's something here amazing about Jesus. He said that during that day, there will be two people, one in the field and one at home. If you read with me this verse in here, it says, you should know this, but that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Why the Muslim don't see this? So what Jesus is saying to us, this is why we will not make a preset day for judgment day, and he's talking about himself as God. This is why, and you will not be told about it, because then what the point? There's no point. For God is going to come as a thief. When he spoke about this, he's spoken about the good man and the thief, but in here the fact the good man is the bad one, he's the human, and the thief is in here present how Jesus would come. He will come when people are unaware, and you will see that is coming in different verse in the Bible where how the Lord will come. He will come to you as a thief and as a thief in the night. So there is a purpose of this. God, he did not make a preset time, and he will not announce any preset time because he did not make it. This is number one. Number two, there is a wisdom because of this, because he wants you always to be alert and ready for God to come. For he will come the same as a thief. A thief, he will never tell you when he's coming, because if he tell you, you'll be ready. He will never get close to you when you are ready. The Lord is coming for judgment, and those who they are always ready is the one who have no worry, the one who spend their life drinking, dancing, killing, stealing, doing drugs. Those are the one who should be worried. Those who they are beloved and they love the Lord, they have no worry, they sleep and they are happy. It doesn't matter when Christ is going to come. So when they say to you that Christ you do not know, he knew, he just told us. God knows how. When Jesus speak about those things will happen, I don't know, maybe this will take 10,000 years, maybe a million years, we do not know. So Jesus is telling you about history to come. All of this is not enough. How Jesus is not God and he is telling you what will happen in the future? If Muslim says nobody knows what is no one knows the unseen save God. So how come only this verse for them count, but did not see that Jesus, he is telling you about thousands and thousands and thousands of years to come? This is not enough to prove that he is God. But when he said only my Father knew when is going to be the hour, that is very simple, because that hour, it had to happen after all those happened. God did not make a decision. This is something is going to happen based on what we do. The much we are ugly, the much we do sin, the much we corrupt